Hey everyone, welcome back to Driple Studios. Today I'll continue explaining how my pet system works. If you haven't seen my pet system tutorial, please check it out using the link in the description. Today we'll look into the pet module and how it works. Inside the pet module script there is a table named pets. Of course this is returned at the bottom. Because it's a module script we have to return the table. This table contains a table for each rarity of egg, basic, rare, and legendary. Of course, if you have more or less rarities, then you have more or less tables inside of the table. These tables contain information about the precision of the probability as a percentage, the cost of the egg, and a table of the pets that can be found inside of the egg. The rarity max is the precision. This is the number of digits that will be used to fill 100%. For example, if you were using a whole percentages, 1, 2, 3%, etc., the rarity max will be 100 because you can have 100 different numbers. If you want one decimal place, 1.1, 5.6 or 83.5% for example, you would use 1000 because there are 1000 different numbers you can have. Each decimal place you add scales the rarity max by 10. The cost is simply the cost of the egg, and the pets table contains a table for each pet. These are indexed using numbers, so they can easily be looped through when sorting the inventory. We'll look into the inventory system later in the series. Each table contains a name, currency, multiplier, and rarity. The name is the name of the pet. The currency needs to be set to the name of the currency you want the pet boost to affect, and the multiplier is the multiplier the pet boost gives when equipped. For example, if the currency is cash and the multiplier is 1.2, then the cash will be multiplied by 1.2 when that pet is equipped. The rarity is a number converted to a percentage to find the chance of the pet being selected. The first pet in the pets table will be the most common, which will also be the lowest number. Pets must get rarer the further down the table they are, so my second pet has a higher rarity, my third pet has an even higher rarity, and the fourth is the rarest. The rarest pet must have a rarity equal to the rarity max, so rarity equals 100 and the rarity max is 100. The system works as follows when an egg is purchased. A random number is chosen between 1 and the rarity max. Each pet in the pets table is then looped through, and the rarity of the current pet being iterated is checked with the rarity of the previous pet. Note that this will be 0 if the first pet is being iterated through. If the chosen number is larger than the previous pet rarity, but less than the next pet rarity, then the pet we are after must be the one currently being iterated through. This is how the pet is chosen. In other words, the lower the difference between one pet and the previous, the rarer the pet is. The difference must decrease as the number of elements in the table increases. Like this for example. So a dog could be the most common with a 900 difference between 900 and 0. Then if the cat is 950, the difference between the cat and the previous is 50. So 950 minus 900 is 50. And then the mouse will be the next rarest. So 980 minus 950 is 30. And then finally we've got the rat, which is 1000 minus 980, which is a 20 difference. So the difference goes 900, 50, 30, 20. Of course, dog is incredibly common here. This would mean that in this example, the dog will have a 90% chance of being picked. The cat will have a 50 out of 1000 or 5% chance of being picked. The mouse will have a 30 out of 1000 or 3% chance of being picked. And the rat will have a 1 out of 1000 or 0.1% chance of being picked. To calculate the desired pet rarity for a certain percentage, use this formula. Pet rarity equals percentage divided by 100 multiplied by the rarity max plus the previous pet rarity. And that's it for the pet module. It's more about the maths behind the RNG than the actual concept. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. It's a bit confusing to wrap your head around. But next time we'll go over the billboard GUI, so do leave a comment if you are a bit confused with the way this system works. So thanks for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please leave a like and subscribe as it would really help us out. And feel free to check out our Discord server, the link will be in the description, where we're trying to build a community of future game developers. You can ask for programming help there, help others, share your projects, or just chat there. More information can be found in the description. Thank you and goodbye.